What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. And we are here to talk about the disgusting behavior of James Harden as he continues to pout and show his ass like a 3-year-old kid. A grown ass man acting like a 3-year-old kid. But before I continue to talk about this, I want to ask you guys to do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell as I continue to drop my sports media takes. Okay, let's get into James Crybaby Harden. Man, this dude, I'm telling you, man, like, let me tell y'all something. Before I even get into this video, I want to tell the NBA, this is y'all's fault. This is the whole NBA's problem. Now, this guy is the face of why they made the NBA player policy. This is the true meaning of why that they are trying to take the league back. And I've been pushing that the league take things into their own hands and stand against these NBA players. Now, we know James Harden likes to be a quitter. We know when things doesn't go his way, as if he's the only player in the NBA where things aren't working out for him. As if he's the only NBA player who's really not on the team that he wants to be on. As if there aren't any American NBA players who have to live in Canada because that's the team that drafted them, or that's just the organizations that are paying their bills right now. There's a lot of things going on in the NBA that don't sit well with players that aren't going their way. And it's also a thing that happens like that in life for everybody. But no. For James Harden, he feels that he is untouchable. He feels that he's an anomaly and that these type of things cannot happen to him. Now we know that James Harden has always pouted. We knew that once he got the Houston Rockets, he got his money. We know that the Houston Rockets took a chance on this guy, paid him out the ass. He throws a fit, puts on weight just to get traded, then goes to Brooklyn, right? Goes to Brooklyn. That didn't work out, right? And I'm gonna say 50% of that was just a lot of guys didn't want to play with Ben Simmons, mixed with all of the other stuff going on with Kyrie and not knowing where that organization was going on. So then he quits his way out of there, ships to Philly, says that he wants to retire in Philly. Peep this, but because James Harden just can't. And this guy is literally addicted to just partying. Like, in my opinion, I think that he's pushing so hard to go to the Clippers because he just wants to be back home. One, he's a California kid, but also his attention span is like a kid. He'll pick up a game or a toy, play with it, and cry and says that he wants this toy. Throw a fit in the store. He'll get the toy, get home, and cry for another toy. That's the type of person that James Harden is. And I want to tell you guys why this pisses me off so much. Obviously, he got rid of Doc Rivers, right? He made Doc Rivers look shitty. He's out of a job. Then you got Nick Nurse, the new coach, right? Nick Nurse is the guy who's not trying to deal with this type of stuff. So you could at least show up and have common decency to respect your new coach. Even if you showed up and sat on the bench, even if you showed up and didn't say anything, and maybe, yes, it would be a little rocky and a little hard to be around you, right? I get that. But, brother, you get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a game, a quarter, to literally go put a basket in the net. I know there are a lot of tough jobs. I know it's a lot of tough jobs out here. But brother, come on now. You got to be more professional than this, man. This is so sad, man. As the organizations, the teammates, the players there, they don't really deserve this. You guys see that every interview that they're doing with these players, they're asking about James Harden, Nick Nurse. Where's James Harden? Did he give you guys a heads up? This guy not even sending a message to say, hey, not showing up today, right? You can't respect your coach. And I know you guys have each other's number. You're one of the starters. You could have texted the coach, the assistant coach. You can't text Joel and say, hey, I'm going to be out. Hey, respectfully, I know that, this isn't fair for you guys to deal with, but hey, I'm going to be away from the team. Like anything, right? Anything. You got these people saying they haven't heard anything from James Harden, man. This guy is a loser. This guy is a loser. But this is a story from NBA.com where it says 76ers prepared to start regular season without disgruntled James Harden, right? James Harden did not practice with the Sixers this week and did not appear in any preseason games. And we saw the huge fine that came out, which is probably nothing to him, but over time it will be. Trust me. But then again, he may pull the Ben Simmons and say he's having mental issues. He needs help just to recoup some of that money. And these players know. They know that if they show up, that these owners and people in the organization, they'll be willingly wanting to forgive, the fines and the debts that's owed by James Harden if he just shows up and be professional. But in this situation, I think that they need to stick to their guns. I think that they need to stand their ground, stand on all 10. Everybody in the organization needs to hold this guy accountable because you opted in, James Harden, and you signed a contract. Regardless of what Daryl Morey told you, he isn't the all be all within the organization. He has somebody to report to too. So yes, he may have told you something, and for the team's sake, maybe they had to hold off. You cannot hold Daryl Morey accountable like that. I get it as you seem to be a little emotional and stuff like that, but you got to remember the guy who took a risk on you in the first place. You got to remember how you look, right? You look like an ungrateful black man who doesn't appreciate anything. I'm sorry. I'm just going to tell it like it is. You look like an ungrateful black man who is biting the hand that once fed you. And that makes all the other players look bad. That makes all the other brothers hard to negotiate with and deal with because of black men like you. Right? And it just sucks that you acting like this, man. It really does. But let's get into this report and talk more about this guy, James Harden. It says the Sixers learned Harden really may stick to his word. After the disgruntled guard skipped Philadelphia's entire preseason slate in the wake of his trade demand. Right? Because we know that he wants to go to the Los Angeles Clippers. Right? Harden officially away because of personal matter. Did not practice with the Sixers this week, and the three-time NBA scoring champion was not at the Wells Fargo Center on Friday night for the finale against Atlanta, right? And this is crazy to me, in my opinion, because this is what the NBA has allowed for so long. I was once told, what you allow will continue. If you let your wife cheat on you, she gonna keep cheating on you. If you let a kid get away with everything and just give him wrist smacks and reward him after he's returned back home from running away and not knowing where he is, what do you think he's going to do the next time? He's going to act like that kid you allowed to get away with so much shit. And this is the prime scenario. This is the case in point. As it says, the Sixers are set to open their season Thursday against Milwaukee. Well, you really would want to have a guy like James Harden going against Dame Dollar in the new look Bucks. They play at Toronto before the October 29th home opener against Portland. And that's exactly where I was sitting his ass. Sitting his ass way over there to Canada. Since you want to party so much, maybe you and Drake can put together an album or something. And maybe by you having a whole country to yourself, maybe that'll be more better for you, James Harden, as you have lost your damn mind, man. You truly have, man. And it goes on to say, Coach Nick Nurse, in his first season after 5 years with Toronto, is preparing for games without Harden. Now, here's a coach who just, look, man, I just got hired. Can you help me help you? Maybe if you show up and act like a professional, man, like I can help your transition. But I'm quite sure the organization has met with Nick Nurse on how to handle these type of things. And he has to come out and be optimistic for his team and the players that play under him. And it's just a whole shit show right now dealing with James Harden. And it goes on to say, I think I've been preparing for it all this week. For sure, Nurse said. It goes on to say, I think I've been preparing for it all week for sure, Nurse said Friday. Lots of thoughts has gone into him not playing and preparing the team that way this summer. I keep saying there is another plan if something changes. I don't think it's affected us very much at all. We've gone out and played, and we're going to have to go out and play the way we're playing. We're trying to play. I think that is without until something changes. So look at this, guys. James Harden away from the team. How is this helping the team chemistry? They have to run sets with guys expecting you not to be on the court. Then you may show up out of shape, hungover, drunk, smelling like you've been around little baby all damn night and weekend, and you just think that you're supposed to fit in, no chemistry. How are these teammates looking at this? Nobody wants to train hard and practice hard to be on the court, but then have to sit on the bench because you decide not to show up, or cannot be worked into a rotation because you guys haven't practiced that rotation, or what sets look like they should be implemented at certain times. This is a very, very selfish act, and the NBA is to blame for it. And I see that they're trying to, turn this ship around with the player policy, but you guys truthfully should have been doing that. Now, you guys are saying you're doing this because of the fans. The fans have been complaining about this, been paying all this money to see these players quit, be losers, man, making all these millions of dollars. Who wants to quit making millions? People sign a contract and feel like, oh, I'm going to get this regardless. Yes, if you own up to your side of the contract, if you show up and perform as a true professional. If I'm the Philadelphia 76ers, I don't give a damn how my locker room feel. I don't give a damn how my locker room looks. You're going to be traded to the best option that's suitable for my team and my organization. I am not going to give you everything that you want, James Harden. I am not going to sit and let you ruin my organization and tear things down and demand to be traded, which seems like the Clippers are starting to lean towards. It seems like the Clippers are starting to lean towards rejecting all of this BS as, honestly, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, you guys aren't in a position to take on a player like this. You guys are very fragile mentally. Things hurt your feelings. And the last thing you need is vouching for a guy that's going to come over there and sit on the bench with y'all. What, y'all just all want to hang out? This ain't high school, man. You got a city and the Clippers trying to get a chip. And you got a city and the 76ers trying to get a chip. So all this buddy stuff, man, is bad for the league because they turn around and want to pair up with each other just because of growing up together and playing AAU together. Like, no, like, that's why I respect Damian Lillard. That's why I respect the few players that I feel have like an old school mentality and literally is all basketball. That's why I appreciate a lot of NBA players, and it's seldom select few, who are obligated and determined to be a great athlete and example for the NBA players looking under them, and also the NBA players, the future NBA players who are aiming to make it into the NBA, right? Even LeBron James, I don't like that he hops teams and that he tries to go to organizations that benefit him, and once he leaves, the organizations is shattered, but at least this guy keeps basketball. Love it or hate it, this guy still shows up, still trains hard, and you got to give him his due respect on that. James Harden, he is a loser, and I do not want the Philadelphia 76ers to give into this guy's trade demands. At some point, the league has to stand their ground and mean business. It is what it is. You'll just have to be uncomfortable, unhappy, and stay away. If you want to stay away and lose money, that's on you. But we're going to stick to our guns and do what's best for our players and our organization. And also, you got to realize, 76ers, you guys owe the city that. And I'm saying that as an Eagles fan. I don't like the Philadelphia 76ers because they seem to always have a curse over them, from Ben Simmons to the guy that they drafted not too long ago that had the yips and forgot his shot. Joel Embiid always got a boo-boo. His stomach be messed up. James Harden quitting. It's just like, bro, get y'all foundation right. Establish a culture where it's non-tolerance. There's no BS that's going to be tolerated. That's why the Miami Heat can make multiple championship runs and still be a contender with B-level all-stars. It's all because of the culture and the tone that's being set there. I advise you guys to do the same thing, and maybe the league will become better. Maybe you guys will get the ratings that the NBA have missed for a while. Because if it wasn't for Victor Wembanyama and a few of the trades that happened this previous in the last few months, who knows where the NBA ratings will be. That's just being real. But I want you guys to give me your feedback on this. Get in the comment section and let me know how you guys feel about James Harden, as he is up to no good and pulling out his old tricks again and has the fat suit packed in the bag. Like always, like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let me know how you charge the game. Peace.